Hello everyone and welcome to Next Gen Facilitators Corner. So here with me are the facilitators for the Next Gen program. On my right I have
Phillip and Kurtis.
And on my left,
Kurtis.
Okay, you're welcome and thank you for joining us today. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the buzz on learning coding for kids and teens. It feels like everybody is forcing it down the line, but is it really being forced to your kids, or do you think it's important? So here are the facilitators and they're going to be telling us what their experience has been for the past 1 year introducing kids and teens to tech. Okay, so Mr. Phillips, in the past 1 year, what has your experience been like with helping kids get into tech and coding?
Alright, thank you so much for that question. Through our 1 year program in Next Gen, we realized that a lot of parents have actually testified to the fact that their words increase when it comes to their performance increase in school when it comes to computational subjects, mathematics, and a couple of other ones. We have testimonies like that. So one thing that I've actually noticed, especially with kids, is the improvement in the chain of thought from logical thinking to computational thinking that affects their mental prowess. So outside writing syntax is also the same, right? We notice that in terms of making decisions outside coding, they are very good at it, comparing and contrasting things, right? So one core thing that kids get better at when they code is their mental prowess gets developed, right, outside the coding subject, whatever.
Wow, that's really nice to know. So over to you, Mr. Ademona.
Okay, so one of the beautiful things that we appreciate majorly, and parents in particular appreciate, is the fact that their kids tends to pay more attention to technology device. And as we have it today, technology is really growing so much that nearly we will see anything that you cannot do without the use of technology. So that has given them an edge ahead of other kids in school to be able to make use of all these devices, build things, create things, and they tend to show more passion. They increase their skills and they begin to see, what kind of future paths are they going in terms of tech, and how they can make use of tech to achieve so many things, greatness in their life. And this is one thing that parents actually want to keep seeing in their words, to keep seeing them improving in all their aspects of their life. And we have a lot of testimonies as regards that.
Wow, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. And to think that kids of our present generation are always ready to take up the phones from their parents and they want to do a whole lot with phones, laptops, and all of it. So this is actually a very good improvement, and it is well recognized and accepted. Thank you very much. So to the next question, does it really matter if a child is into arts or science? Because some of these teenagers, say from the age of 12 to 18 years or 17 years, they're probably in the art courses and the other ones are in sciences. So does it really determine if they will perform well in technology, coding, and other aspects of tech?
Alright, so one thing I would like to side out is your child is still at a developmental stage. So regardless of the fact that your child is in arts, sciences, he or she would sometime meet something technological in the future, right?
Yeah,
so if your child will encounter this in the future, you need to impart the right knowledge into this child, right? So regardless of the fact that your child is maybe anything in arts or sciences, we've had technology being infused in arts and sciences. We have OpenAI, where you use an AI model to generate artistic things.
Wow,
do you understand?
that's great.
So much more is happening through the years, so much technological improvement through the years, and it's affecting and interfering with every domain, regardless of sciences or whatever. It's affecting every domain. So it doesn't matter, arts or sciences, technology is technology, and it's affecting every other thing.
Yeah, I think I agree with you because kids are really smart. They are. So Mr. Ademola, what's your opinion?
So another part to that question you asked is not only with the use of technology in their field, in their course, it also deals with how are they going to cope. Someone that is studying arts, doing fine arts in school, or someone that is doing commerce, accounting, how am I going to cope? Do I really think that I'm going to achieve what I aim to achieve with tech? go into coding. There are so many areas we can pave in when it comes to coding or when it comes to tech in particular. So how are they going to achieve all those things is what matters a lot. And over the years, we've seen examples, we've seen tech entrepreneurs, enthusiasts, techies, software engineers that don't come from computer science background, that don't come from science background. Most of them, we've seen a lot of them that come from arts, come from commercial, that their course is totally different from science and tech, and they'll be able to achieve it. So the barrier is not that there. You have to just break the barrier. People can move into tech, and that's one thing I say about people. They begin to fear that, will I be able to cope? We've seen examples of people here that are doing tech that are not tech from the start or from the background. So it is very possible, 100%. They can, and it's achievable.
Great. So the point is to break the barrier. It doesn't really matter if you are in art or in science. So that means a child who is even in art or who does very well at finance could probably study product design and do very well. That's going into tech. Whoa, that's great. So dear parents, you can actually see that your child being in art or in science doesn't really count. It doesn't matter. The point is understanding the fact that technology is something that children and kids need to embrace, because we're actually getting to that part in our current generation. So the final question is, after the 1 month summer camp we have here at the Next Gen at the Bob Africa, what next? Because now we're having our summer camp coding for kids and we want these children to learn. So if I were a parent and I bring my child to learn coding for a period of 1 month, at the end, what happens? After the program, does it just ends there, or there is something else for them?
Alright, thank you for that. Next Gen seeks to build something in your child. Next Gen is not one-off, right? So after the summer camp, we have classes, consistent classes that happens every week. Okay, so we are not just coming and guys of, okay, get this thing done in 1 month. You have this already. No, we are building these things in your key, just the way you learn Spanish language, right? You don't just learn it in 1 month and think, okay, I'm a Spanish man, or I understand Mandarin already, right? When it comes to China, one core thing is we are building these skills in your children, not just programming languages. Fine, the wood build project also the thing. One core thing is we're building skills in your children now, right? So on the long run, they maximize the skill set in everything they do. So we have classes after summer camp, lots of classes, competitions, clubs in our schools, and several other things.
Okay, thank you very much. So away from having classes, because these children will definitely go back to school and some will be going into a new class. So for parents who would not be able, or for children who would not have that time to have these weekend classes or personal classes, what's next for them?
So I think there's a program also that allows them to communicate with their facilitator, where they can ask questions, how to move on, training themselves with the little knowledge they get from the summer classes, and also chat alongside their colleagues that they attended the summer classes to see who has gone further, who can assist in some project they are working on. I think that program is available, where you have this Slack channel. You can discuss with the facilitator. You can have one or two talk with your colleagues that you met at the summer classes. And there is also virtual classes for the students. If they have more interest, they want to show their passion, they want to study further and learn more about coding or tech in general. So virtual classes are available, suitable for their own time they created.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Phillip and Mr. Ademola, for joining on today's Next Gen Facilitators Corner. So today we've seen the importance of introducing tech to your children. We've learned that introducing these kids to coding helps them to get better at mathematics. It also improves their ability to retain things. And these children, as active as they are, we do not want to just let it go, knowing that we're actually advancing into a more technical world. So Next Gen Summer Class is open for your kids between the age of 7 to 17 years old. And for these summer classes, we're covering graphics design, coding, robotics, and web development. So you can log into the NextGen website to register, or you call the phone number that will be on the screen for more information. Thank you very much, and see you some other time. Bye for now.
Bye.